Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to FlipFlop Garage. I know it's been a while since we did an actual project. We did that headlight project on this and gave you kind of a rough idea that we were doing this. Well, it's been a while since I filmed that video, and as you can see, I don't have siding yet, but we're getting much closer, and that's good because winter is coming and we've got one more ride for the TJ this year. We're doing a Halloween ride just up north, something local here, which is going to be a blast. But between the last big video of finishing the TJ and now, a lot's happened. Obviously working on this whole shop, which is going to be a lifesaver and make everything so much better. Had a trip down to Tennessee. That was a blast. We were down there for Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. Got to meet a bunch of people who I think are really cool. See a lot of really cool builds. And of course we wheeled Windrock, and that resulted in some breakages. I managed to break a 40-something-year-old U-joint from my front axle, which imagine that. And conveniently enough, RCV had a booth down at the convention and 25% discounts. Hard to say no to that. So we've got some RCVs here, which those will be getting assembled and put in hopefully in the next week here, because I've only got about 2.5 weeks until that ride. But that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is, it's getting cold here now. We're halfway through October almost, and that means it's almost cold season. We're gonna have snow in another month, unfortunately. And that means after this ride, the TJ goes away. And normally I just don't do anything all winter. I just work on the TJ, and that's about it, which is fine. It's fun. But we get some snow up here, and there's a lot of people that go do some fun snow wheeling. It's nothing like the crazy 3 feet of snow that you see out in the mountains or Washington or anything like that, but it's still something to do over winter, and I got sick of being left out of that. So I bought something, and today we're gonna go take a look at what that is and why I bought it and what the deal with it is and what's coming for it. It's gonna be a fun time. So let's go. Well, we're here. This was not really an intended or planned purchase, but you know, sometimes stuff comes up. There it is. This is a 1996 Cherokee 4-liter AW4 MP231, all the good stuff. My opinion, 30, 8 1/4 rear end. It is about the prime definition of shitbox. It's got a new 4.5 inch rough country lift on it. Rockers are gone, back corners are gone. The frame has massive holes in it, or did. I've started patching those. That was a big hole all the way along there. Oh yeah, and doesn't look that bad now, actually. This whole side right here was pushed in probably 8 inches from where it was supposed to be. I'll see if I can dig up a picture of it from before. We actually shoved a high lift jack from that side to that side, and we're able to push that back out. It was so smashed in there that you couldn't fold the seat down. The seat was like kind of wedged in there. You can kind of see the seat where the thing was in here actually bent the metal part of the seat. But we were able to get it quite a bit back right here, and we pushed a little bit back up out here. This was probably another inch or two in from where it is, and this was probably good 4 or 5 inches in. It's still quite a ways in. Definitely still can't get this door open, But I'm hoping that once I get that upper part there and maybe push out a little on the door, I might be able to get that door functional. If I can't, I don't really care. There was enough rust on the frame right here. Gotta finish cleaning up that other side, but that leaf spring perch was not attached to anything. The carpet was actually holding it in place, so that was a little sketchy to load on the trailer and unload and drive around to be able to do that. But that's back together. There's another patch up here. I have one more on the opposite side of inside of that frame rail to do. But tires are in good shape, wheels are in good shape. I actually really like the way these stocks look. I think they're from a TJ or a YJ or something. Inside is in surprisingly good shape considering the condition of the outside. Fires right up every time. No floor pans. It's basically just carpet and then outside, so probably do something about that. What else? Steering was really sketchy. You could turn the wheel literally a half a turn before anything would actually happen. So did a little bit of horse trading. Got a steering set from my buddy that he wasn't using anymore in exchange for some welding. Got that. I had a JKS track bar sitting in a box, so that's on there. Let's see what else. I mean, so far the goal for this is to keep it as cheap as possible. The real goal is to keep the entire thing under $1,000 purchase price, registration, everything that goes into it. Keep the whole thing under $1,000. And we've done that. Bought this thing for $510. Came with some control arms from the lift, which I won't be using because I have other ones laying around. JK rear uppers actually are the same length as I need for the lowers for this, and I have a whole set of JK arms laying around, so those will be going on here instead. This all the steering stuff that was $0 cost. I haven't decided if I'm gonna put a spacer drop on the transfer case skid yet. It seems to be okay, but I haven't really driven it much because of how sketchy it is. But now that stuff's kind of back together, I can do that a little bit. Wheels and tires are in good shape, but you know me, and I can't leave stuff alone, so sold these tires, bought new ones, and I'll show you those in a second. Total, and I sold a couple other random suspension parts I had for XJs, so total cost into this with registration, with the new tires, with everything so far, I think I'm at $740. And all it really needs is an oil change yet. So last oil change was 4,000 miles ago, and that was 10 years ago. So if that tells you anything. But starts up every time, runs good, drives good, apart from the sketchy stuff. So it's got some work to be done yet, but today I'm hoping to get those tires swapped over. I'm gonna keep them on these stock wheels. I think it's gonna look really cool. Oh, there's a set of spacers on there, which I gave to my buddy Josh when he got his XJ, and then he got new ones. So those came back to me, and now they're on that, so that solves my problem for rubbing. You can see in here, there's a TJ bumper, TJ Stinger buried in there, which I got for like nothing. And it's just been sitting around. I was going to make it a wall decoration. I've had it for like a year or two now. I guess a year ago. I was going to use it as a wall decoration, but I think we're going to make it a fun project and try to stick it on the front of that thing. I know people have done it, and I know you can do it. You just got to build some brackets for it, and I think that should be easy enough. All the metal I've used for the frame was just metal I've had laying around, so there's no cost there. I should have more than enough metal laying around. Got some 1/4-inch plate steel, big sheet of it, to make brackets for that. And these are the new tires. That's a set of 34 by 10.5, which I think is going to be the perfect size for this. Super Swampers. They have a surprising amount of tread left on them. And yeah, once I sell factory ones, which I already have actually, I just got to get them over there. Or I guess not factory, but the ones that came with it. Then these will be going on. That's today's project, and finish that little bit of welding. And then we're gonna take it across town. We're gonna take it actually for a drive and see what it's like, and hopefully everything's good. Then when I come back, I'll change the oil. And that's about that. So I'm gonna change out of my nice clothes. Shout out, shameless plug here to I'd Rather Be Wheeling, Chris over there. Check out his channel, check out his Instagram. Really cool stuff he's doing. Really nice TJ build he's got. I actually just sent him the arms from this XJ for his other TJ, so check him out. I'm gonna get changed and we're gonna get to swapping tires. Well, we got 2 of them on. Fronts are on, backs still have to get done. As you can see, that's a pretty big difference there. I think they look great on these factory wheels. Gonna repaint them and throw the center caps back on to kind of complete the way it looks, but they look good. Definitely gonna require some trimming, but that's okay. Not really a big deal. And yeah, I guess let's get to the backs. Well, I'll tell you what, tires are plenty loud. However, everything works. I'm definitely gonna have to do some trimming, I think. And I'm pretty sure at full lock I'm gonna be rubbing the lower control arms, but the JK arms that I'm putting on the lowers are bent, so that might help me. That would be nice, so I can keep my full turn radius. Now this thing has 355 gears, which with the 31s, it got up and went. I mean, it moved pretty good. My last one also had 355s and it moved pretty good because I only had 29s on it, I think 29.9s or something like that. But I was expecting this to slow down a little bit with the 34s, but it still moves pretty good. I'm not complaining. They're loud, but they're awesome.